I'd like to call the Will County Board Public Works and Transportation Committee meeting to order at 9:05 a.m. And I would like everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And if I may have David back there in the back, would you mind leading us this morning? Thank you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I think the last couple of weeks or months, I forget to ask for roll, so I'm going to do that now, Sandy.
Here.
Present. Thank you. All right, looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the Will County Public Works and Transportation Committee held on October 1st. Second Richmond, discussion on those minutes. Roll call?
Yes.
Yes. All right, thank you. Old business, does anyone from the committee wish to bring up anything under old business? Seeing none, okay. 6 items this morning presented by our wonderful staff under new business. Starting with number 1, authorizing an IGA between the Village of Monee and the County of Will for the maintenance and energy of traffic signals at the intersection of Manhattan Monee Road, County Highway 6, Central Avenue, and Egyptian Trail in District 3. Discussion on that? You guys are just gonna have to bounce back and forth, I think. Is there a previous rule? All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed to that? That motion will carry. Number 2, authorizing an IGA between the Village of Monee and the County of Will for maintenance and energy of traffic signals at the intersections along Manhattan Monee Road, County Highway 6 with Ridgeland Avenue and the entrance to 6605 West Manhattan Monee Road in District 3.
Yes, Richmond.
Comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? That motion will carry. Number 3, appropriating transportation funds, $50,000 to pay design and engineering costs associated with the at-grade railroad crossing improvements on Gauger Road, County Highway 52, north of 30, County Boards District 2 and 5.
Yes, Richmond.
I do have a question. Is this concerning the crossing by the Lincoln Way West School that we've been working on for quite a while, Mr. Bryan? Oh, thank you.
So yes, this is the crossing by the school there. It's a grade separation. Oh, sorry, Eric. Eric mentioned it's the crossing up north of Route 30.
Oh. So it's an addition. Yeah, I know we've been working on the one by the school towards the south, and this is a totally,
Not yet.
you are now, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, this is actually the crossing of the Rock Island tracks at Gauger and US Route 30, right by the NICOR business office and the trucking company on the north side, the old TJ Lambert. This is the for the roadway improvements from Farrow Drive to Francis Road of expanding that crossing. Metra does all their engineering in-house, and they need a payment of $50,000 to do the preliminary engineering for the widening of the grade crossing and adding the pedestrian facilities.
Okay.
The other crossing you're asking about is under design, and we're working through that. That's already been
Okay.
approved.
Okay. And I know at this committee, probably a couple of years ago, there was mention of the timing issue at that intersection. Do you know if that's going to be addressed? It seems like southbound traffic does not have an opportunity to clear out. And I know the railroad probably sets the timing for that.
We'll do the best we can. IDOT, I mean, we'll put in the signals, but actually all the timing and coordination will be controlled by IDOT since Route 30 is the major road, the higher authority or higher priority agency in the mix of the two agencies for the roadways. You know, that's been the challenge is IDOT controls the timing on that intersection, and they set priority mainly for their road, US Route 30.
Correct. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you
welcome.
for that answer. Any other questions on that? The funds being allowed? No? We do have a first and a second previous. So all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion will carry. Number 4, authorizing approval of professional services agreement for right-of-way acquisition services with Polak Appraisal Group Incorporated for several parcels of property for improvements to Francis and Gauger, which we just spoke about. District 5.
Have some questions on this though.
Sure.
So what project is this on the list, Eric? And also too, has Quick Take been authorized? County Board?
He can just turn his on
Sorry.
if he does.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. it's
All right. Do you want me to repeat the question or?
No, I need mine on that, Joe. The first question, this is roadway improvements it's actually Francis Road from Gauger Road, where our Gauger Road improvements will stop on the Francis leg up to Interstate 80. IDOT is going to be replacing the grade separation over over I-80 on Francis Road. So we're trying to coordinate and get this stretch of road rebuilt so it can be done in conjunction with their full closure.
I think he's asking which project it is on this list that was provided by Jeff.
Oh, okay.
So and is that, and I guess while you're looking at that, so is that where we have to redo that entrance that goes towards Silver Cross to the north type of thing?
We are not redoing that entrance. We're not relocating Silver Cross Boulevard. We've worked with the village and discussed with the village about doing that. They have approached the adjacent property owner, and the adjacent property owner does not want to undertake it at this time. They'd like to leave it for a developer when they sell their parcel of land to do that. However, we will be putting in widened pavement in that area to accommodate a location for a relocated Silver Cross Boulevard. So it will be set up for left turn lanes if and when they do relocate Silver Cross Boulevard.
Is that then why we cut those trees back to earlier this year?
Not necessarily. Those
No.
trees were taken back just to prevent them from falling on the roadway during storms.
Okay.
That was just.
Yeah, because it was kind of like a canopy over the road.
Right,
there. Okay.
right.
Any other questions on that project?
Oh, and then I'm sorry, I didn't answer your other question. And Quick Take was not authorized. So this will follow the standard eminent domain process that we normally follow.
Okay, good question. Any other committee members want to jump in? Is there a previous?
I'll do previous.
Okay. Second, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? That motion will carry on number 4. Number 5, authorizing approval of professional services agreement for right-of-way acquisition. Negotiations with Santa Cruz Land Acquisitions for several parcels of property for improvements to Francis County Highway 64, Gauger Road to I-80 in District 5.
And a question on that then too. So how many parcels is that in that project?
I believe there's off the top of my head, I believe it's about 11,
11?
but
Okay.
it's 11 parcels, but a number of them are under similar ownership.
Similar owner, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know we talked about getting information out, our new way of, our expanded way of getting out the information. I assumed it wasn't that many parcels, but I just wanted to make sure that
We are preparing for the notification process. We're starting the wheels go on that to follow what the board has directed us to do. So we're getting ready to do that. So, but the property owners will be notified at the time of appraisal. The appraiser will contact each individual property owner, and by law, they have to have the opportunity to walk with the appraiser when they do the appraisal of the land. And same thing with the negotiator. They'll send an introductory letter with an initial offer to the property owners, also introducing themselves. So there'd be notification in that aspect, but we are also in the process of getting ready to do the notification as directed by the board.
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
Other questions, comments on that? Jim, I think you jumped in. I don't know if we had a previous or not.
I'll do previous if we didn't, so
Okay.
how's that?
All right, second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? That motion will carry. And number 6, authorizing approval of altered speed zone 695 along 80th within Green Garden Township Road District, and that is in County Board District 3.
Previous Richmond.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Fantastic. Other new business. Is there any other new business? Seeing none? Okay, I would like to turn this discussion of transportation, stepping in for Mr. Ronaldson, Brian, fall community workshops for Our Way Forward 2050.
Right, thank you, Joe.
Good
So-
morning. Yeah.
So I'm Brian Geeske, Assistant County Engineer at Will County DOT. The Our Way Forward 2050 is the county's long-range transportation plan. This is something that's available on our website to see. But related to this, we're going to be hosting 3 family-friendly events coming up. They are Thursday, November 7th, Saturday, November 9th, Sunday, November 10th. And this is an opportunity for people to come and provide input on the plan. And this is also taking a different format because it's got some family activities, kids, petting zoo, apparently food. So it's a little bit of a different approach. So check that out.
Brian, do you have the locations on those?
Yep. So the Thursday, November 7th is at the Beecher Amvets, Post 67. Saturday, November 9th is the Manhattan Fire Department. Sunday, November 10th is Wilmington North Island Park.
Okay, sounds like you made an effort to spread it out throughout the county, which is always a good thing.
Right.
Give everybody an opportunity to show up and give their thoughts. So thank you for that. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay. Mr. McGrath, State's Attorney's discussion. I believe you said you had nothing. Okay. Very good. Monthly work reports are always provided. Any questions on any of the reports? Mr. Richmond?
I do have one question. So I think it was the last meeting we had that intersection. I believe it was down in Peatone where we had the stop signs. And we were gonna put, I think, bigger signs and lights on them or something like that. Was that?
Can you remind me of the intersection?
What- And I might not have been here, but was that by chance Peatone Blacktop Road or at Center Street or no?
Okay.
Wilmington Peatone Road and Center.
Okay. John Cairns is also not here today. That's something I'd have to ask John Cairns if that actually got completed.
Okay, I mean, because Jeff said it was fairly easy and simple and might give more visibility and, do you remember that at all, Eric? Or
I'm sorry, I was
Oh,
talking
you
with,
were- okay.
can you,
maybe what you can do is update us, if it's,
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just have to have either Jeff or John provide access about
Okay,
up
do you need to make-
sizing stop signs at Wilmington Peatone and Center. I don't know if it's done. I don't know if it's actually done.
it was something about where there was like a stop sign and this side didn't have, well, whatever.
yeah,
Depends how you look
they're
at
gonna
it.
put up the double stop sign, I believe is what Jeff
Yeah.
was going to do. We can check with our maintenance department, see if that's been completed.
All right.
Is it in the maintenance status report?
I'm sorry?
Is it listed in this maintenance status report?
I didn't see it, but
Okay.
then I couldn't remember the road.
Okay,
So that didn't help me a lot.
We will get an
yeah,
answer for you. Jim.
just the key people are just not here today.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't, it doesn't, there's nothing with any roads listed. So that was all.
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay. Good question. On that. Let's see here. Any other questions on the work reports from anyone on the committee? No? Does anyone from the committee want to speak or give any type of report?
No, well, here, I'll just throw one thing out there.
Mhm.
I've had a number of complaints from the Homer Glen area regarding that Bell Road project. And not the megaplex, there, people can't see to get out because the Jersey barriers are in the way. When polling was there, yesterday, it was just, a mess.
Mhm.
So anything we can do to keep the weeds down in the intersections, I know it's not a problem in the winter time, but if there's anything we can do to kind of make it a little bit easier for folks to get in and out of there safely.
Okay, so we do have status meetings and we have a representative from the village engineer attends those. So we've been touching base with him too. We've heard the same thing from that village engineer.
Mhm.
And we've been asking our resident engineer in the field to look at that several times. We've always provided answers back to the village, so.
So, yeah, anything we can do just to make sure nothing tragic happens.
Okay, anyone else from the committee? This isn't necessarily a report by chair, so I'll jump into, I did have in the last couple weeks, I've had a call from a resident that lives on Soldiers Widows Road outside of Wilmington. And I have not brought this up to Jeff's attention yet, but it is very curvy. And this gentleman has been, over the last several years, have seen cars slide into the guardrail and then kick off and then come through his yard. And his suggestion is, and I know that we don't specialize in street lighting, but maybe a couple additional signs that describe the curve, be prepared to slow down, maybe a street light. Like I said, I wanted to have an offline conversation with Jeff first, but just keeps slipping my mind. So I wanted to put it on public record too. So that'll be something that I'll be working on with this resident to try to help out some of the accidents that are happening there. So.
Okay.
Anything else? Jim, do you have something?
No, you know what, I think as elected officials for us to bring up information that we hear from the residents. I mean, sometimes they come up with some great ideas or they see things that we don't see or the staff doesn't see. So I think if anybody has anything, any resident or that, let us know and this way we can better serve the public. So.
Yeah.
That was good to bring it up.
Okay.
Thanks.
No, thanks. Open this up to public comment. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak? Nothing online as well? Okay. Announcements by chair. I just take this opportunity to congratulate everyone that was willing to put their name on the ballot. And I know it's extremely hard to do that and also put in a lot of work when you're not successful, but also I want to congratulate the folks that were. And even here at the county level, I'll be excited to work with the new members and the members that still do have some time left on their term. So congratulations to everyone on that. There is no need for executive session. Thank you for that. The next meeting is going to be determined, and I always forget, I think the month of December, we usually just reorganize and kind of take a minute to regroup, right? So we will be meeting back in January, according to
Any business that needs to be done in December will be done through a single executive committee.
Okay, very good. Very good. And then I don't know what's going to happen with this committee. We may have some new members in January. So it's been a pleasure working with all of you folks, and we'll continue on to make our roads safer for the residents as much as we can. So next meeting is going to be determined. So I will look for a motion to adjourn.
Second, Richmond.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed to adjournment? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, gentlemen.